So, long times, no uploads. But yeah, been no lifing Diablo 3, Warface, the same gameplay running on background. Yeah, have been disappointed in Ghost in the Shell and stayed away from there. But as with Warface, it's finally playable without any VPN for me, so I guess I'll stick around to it for some time. The game has some variety compared to the Ghost in the Shell. You have different PvP matches and you also have PvE content where you will be playing against computerized AI, which is not the most intelligent one, but it's still fun and one of the core gameplay elements of the Warface. Besides all that, yeah, kinda sad that development of the Ghost in the Shell has been a bit disappointing. And with Warface you have like a lot of history. It used to be under Crytek publishing and development. Now it's under a different publisher, but as I understood, the development is the same. It has its own kind of disappointments, but at least it's like one of my favorites of all time, even though it has a lot of bugs. Not too many in PvP, but mostly they stick out in PvE. And to summarize the PvP part, you have your classic like team deathmatch, free for all, domination, and you have a bit few more tactical ones like plant a bomb and capture. The gameplay in this video is Storm, which is just like the name implies. People just storm one point to capture it and then move on to the next. One team attacks, the other one defends. One of my favorites, but yeah, it can be a total shitstorm. But it's fun. It's fun. Apart from many other shooters, you can customize your guns on the go. You just press a customize button and switch the attachments on your gun. Like if you almost complete your flank, you can slap on the silencer and stay off the radar, or switch the scopes to a closer range one like red dot sight or something with little bit zoom. So yeah, even though you have your 4 classes, but you can only switch them once you die. And now on to the PvE part. It mostly starts out as the same. You start in your helicopter with your team. You can have 5 people in game. Mostly it's better if you have a bit diversity in your classes. But if you're watching this, thinking about playing, and you're just starting out, don't. Please, don't take sniper. The daily PvE missions mostly revolve around the kill score and the time completed. So mostly it just have to get the headshots to build up combos and better score multiplier. Uh, One of the main classes in the PvE part is the assault and medic. Everything else is pretty much like not so important, or you could say more disposable, as every class has its own abilities. Assault can replenish ammo, medics can revive and heal people, engineers can repair armor, and snipers, they just can snipe. And sadly here with bolt actions it's very hard to build up the score multiplier, as you will be slower getting the headshots. There are also the spatial operations, which are like 30 minutes plus. There, yeah, snipers have their own value, like killing the turrets with auto snipers. But yeah, in daily PvE you just it's mostly better to play assault or medic. As with machine guns, you have quite good accuracy and you will be pulling headshots with ease. And in every mission that's harder than easy, you will have your like boss or mini boss. It can be a heavy gunner or a mech helicopter. There are more options in different missions. Usually the missions are built from two parts. The first part is randomly picked, as so is the second one. So technically you can have the first part with the heavy gunner and the second part with the mech, but yeah, they are rotating daily. And with the maximum kill score that's on the scoreboard, you can get different currency called crowns, which you will be getting only from PV part or ranked matchmaking while obtaining new ranks. And yeah, you have some special crown gear that you can rent with it. In the game you get your gear just buying it or from random boxes, which is quite a lottery. Mostly if you want to make money you have to rent your gear, since rented gear doesn't have to be repaired compared to the permanent one. And yeah, you have some, well, at least little bit diversity in gearing. You have your Warlord armor set, which is the most expensive one to maintain. It has insane repair cost, so if you're taking it, you probably need to play spatial operations to actually make any money off it. But yeah, a lot of those spatial armors make the other classes a little bit less, how to say, useful, since you have your armor and health regen, but your armors can't revive, so medics are still one of the most important classes. Since in the daily missions they're quite short, and a lot of times you can just play with a medic, and before you run out of ammo you're already in the next checkpoint and getting the refresh of new ammo. And as you can see in the video, in here we have some diversity. And the second part of this mission is just escorting a tank, which is without any boss fight, but you just have to keep the tank alive. So just watch out for the rocket launchers, since they will be shooting your team too, not only the tank that you're escorting. But yeah, maybe one day I will return to Ghost in the Shell, but so far I think I will stick to Warface, since I started out a little bit after the closed beta ended and it became an open beta, and it has been one of my favorite free-to-play online shooters ever since. Sadly, as with pretty much any free-to-play shooters, you have your hackers, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. They have their hacker days when they are swarming the matches, but it's still playable. So I think this will be it for this video, and enjoy the rest of the mission, as it will roll through pretty quick, and see you in the next video.
see medic nagu jookseb tagasi?
no vahet ei ole, selle tangiga läheb terve igavik aega.
jaa, aga ta jookseb tagasi kilma.
Ammo health and armor restored. Teammates revived. Our vehicle's taking fire. Defend the tank. Helicopter is inbound. Prepare for extraction.